Peace to the party. Peace to the party. Hey, so look, it's a campaign year. All right. So, like we say, we bring in the media from an autonomous perspective, right? That's all we can do. So, already off of, the video about Trump yesterday, you're going to have, I don't know what it is, but, like the Democrats, they got some type of a emotional chokehold over black people, right? And we can't come into this bias. See, the problem right now is there's no respect being put on the intellect of the average everyday, what they would call black person, right? Look at the way in which they target us in the media, you know what I'm saying, with the type of talking points that they use, right? This is why it's important for us to be on point and actually be actively involved in what's going on, right? So I just want to highlight, people think we just talking, ain't just saying this in no support of Trump. This is just calling it for what it is. We need to have unbiased conversations about the facts that we've heard with our own ears, not an edited view from somebody who got an objective, right? So today we're going to pick on these Democrats. We're going to show you how it's buku black cities that's ran by Democrats. And these particular Democrats happen to be black men and or women, right? So what's the excuse for why these cities are not flourishing? So today we're going to use Chicago for an example because it's a very, big city, obviously. We got another black mayor, right? It's a lot going on. So I thought that this video was very, very interesting because some residents in Chicago speaking directly to the mayor. And this is the type of politics and activity that we really need to be a part of because they hope and pray that we don't participate. And this is just going to be a real live example. All right, so today we breaking down, it's a Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson, right? And it's a city council meeting to hear the comments from the people, from the citizens. All right, so let's break this down. Let's hear what they got to say, and then we're going to do what we do. All right, so let's go and get into it. Let's let them rock out.
Speaker is George Blakemore.
Good morning to my black people here. This is disgraceful. This is Black History Month, and I see some of our beautiful ladies having on these African garments. You don't show your blackness by how you dress. You show your blackness of how you vote. And some of you voted for sanctuary. If anybody needs sanctuary, black people need it. Now this over here, they very disrespectful. Michelle Harris and all of them just talking while I'm talking. They are part of the problem. The black people have issues because you have poor black leadership.
Come on, man. You heard what he say. You heard what he say. It's an elder speaking, right? You can hear the passion in his voice. He ain't playing. He mean what he say. And he breaking down how right now it's a lack of leadership. He's speaking directly to the administration, the person that he has the problem with within his own city. So he letting that be clear right now. And I know y'all heard what he said about the African garments. See, this is a topic that a lot of our people don't be wanting to touch on, right? But we need to have conversations because the question that need to be asked is, how come all the representation that's supposed to represent black people, how come it's only African? Everything they do is in tribute to Africa. No offense to our African brothers and sisters, but this is America, right? And we got a history that's very unique that we need to be speaking about that ties into a lot of other things and a lot of the issues that we're having right now. But see, that's a whole nother conversation. And really, this is why, for those of y'all who are new, we definitely appreciate all the new subscribers and everybody tapping into the party. But history is what we do. So we have several other bills in dedication to history, but now we're trying to touch current events because we want to show how it all correlate. So let's let him ride out because he already cooking. He cooking right now. He making sure they putting respect on what he got to say because he's speaking for the community. And you can listen to the passion in his voice now.
And Reverend Woo Woo got somebody up here praying for us. Just pray your way off this plantation. Pray your way into reparation. This is disgraceful. No boycott, no black, empty seats of black people. When it was packed with these illegal immigrants and packed with these white Jews and white Arabs. Where are the black people? The ancestors hate you. They never knew that you were going to turn out like you are and do what you're doing.
Talk to him.
You're disgraceful. The miseducation of the black man, Carter G. Woodson said, the miseducation of the black man. And what kind of man did they make on the plantation? Use your imagination. It started with an end. We got to purge ourselves of that and become strong black men and women. You got no representation. Black faces in high places, but no representation.
Black faces in high places,
Look at here.
but no representation. Ooh, hey, he cooking. He telling y'all straight up. We got people just cause all skin folk ain't kin folk. Come on, man. They got buku sayings of this. We just don't be saying shit. See, this is a problem. I'm gonna keep it real. And I once was guilty of this. This is probably the millennial and under. We need to have the proper appreciation for our elders and our ancestors. I know that there are a population of them who are terrible representations, just like what this elder is speaking there. So it make it hard to respect them. But just because one elder acts in that way don't mean we should judge them all, right? Just like we don't want to be judged as the knuckleheads who don't care about nothing. You feel me? Because really, the millennial generation and under, we got to carry our weight in these politics and what's really going on. Because see, our elders did, right or wrong, they was at least participating. So we got to get a proper understanding because they really playing with us, right? And this is what he's saying. He said, with a participation, it should be packed in here. We all know the problems going on. We all need to be out here and leading and letting these folks know how we feel. And this is not just a Chicago problem. This is pretty much all the black cities in America, from the small, mid to the major, had this same problem going on. They got black mayors too, black city council, the school board, all this, but we got a lot of problems going on. And how come it's always the Democrats who be running this shit? It don't make no sense, bro. But we're gonna let them cook some more. Because hey, these citizens, I respect them.
This place should be packed with black people. You have no crime. You're disgraceful. You to the ancestors. If Dr. King could see this, Malcolm X and all our heroes and sheroes, and Harriet Tubman said, I could have freed no blacks if they knew they were slaves. Don't you know we still on the plantation? Don't let this fool you. Don't go there. You're not like these white ultimates. You're not like these Hispanic ultimates. You're not like the Asian ultimate. You're a black ultimate. And remember your blackness. Remember where you came from and how you got here. And you haven't got over, looking back, how I got over. You haven't got over the legacy of slavery. You're still on this white man's plantation in a high place.
Mr. Blakemore, thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is Tawan Sims.
All right, Tawan, what you got for him? See, I like this so far.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. I find it courageous the way the man speak. I know y'all think it's entertaining, and a lot of us are bow our heads to it because we convicted by it. But we losing in this city, black people. I'm the young black man that love black people. I'm the young black man that's wild about black people. But I'm also the young black man in this city that's being underserved, mistreated, and just basically made to be invisible. I've been attacked in this city, shot multiple times. I've been pushed to the side by law enforcement. For what reason, I don't know. I'm attacked by judges. For what reason, I don't know. I guess it's for speaking up for Black people. That's the only thing I could think about. But we just received new representation in Brandon Johnson. I was like, yeah, we got a smart Black man in the school board, all these little different things. I was like, yeah. But then I think about other things.
Okay, so let's get some context real quick. So I already like how the brother coming, right? The young energy, speaking to him, born and bred through this city. They looking at you as a Black man. You coming up here in this position, you should know the problems that we got around here. So we looking for some type of, change. You think it ain't, see, the news is telling y'all that there's only negative going on in Chicago, as if it ain't no real residents there who want to change what they see, right? But it's hard to do this without the proper resources, without being tied in with the government through the city in some type of way, because this is where the money comes through, right? So now you have people that are outright saying, hey, look, we supported you. These ain't people who was hating on him. They was happy for him to get in his position, and they already see immediately upon arrival, you on something else. But see, he just mentioned the school board because this mayor, his background is through the school. Now, it's very important to note that the teachers union is one of the most powerful unions in the world, right? So he get in through the school. So they they definitely looking for some type of support through the schools, they being the residents, because they figure, okay, you know what it is. So that's just for context.
So to speak about what, I'm from Rogers Park. I'm from the north side for 30 years.
Shout out to Chicago, man.
I'm sure most of you all are hear about Paulina or East Rogers Park and not understand how can that be a part of the north side of Chicago? Multiple murders, unsolved. My brother was killed in 1995. His name is Walter Sims. I have not had a follow-up call. There was a young man murdered, a few months ago when the yellow line crashed. His name is Kenneth. He was murdered by a young man named Kamari. I know both of these young kids. Friends murdered, but one of them is going to get off because the charges that were filed against him were dropped. So the city is showing us that Black lives don't matter, or Black life does not matter to it. And we being condemned in this sense. We being forgotten in that thought. So I'm the young Black man, Tawan Sims, that love Black people and want to see some type of resolve in it. Some reparation, maybe. Some understanding, hopefully. These are our electeds. We got Maria Haddon, Alderman Bill in the far south side. Everybody that should feel responsible. Everybody lining their pockets, everybody getting something out of it.
Listen,
everybody.
Hey, talk to him.
Except for the people.
Talk to him.
So we ask, honestly, wholeheartedly, when do we get the consideration? When? Honestly. I'm from your Ward 49. We got a congressional woman been in the office for 24 years. When do we get some consideration? No, don't shake your head, Maria, because I've been hitting you up for the last few weeks. I'm sleeping in the 24th district, woman, and you still ain't, please. But sorry, y'all. Thank you.
Hey, look, bro came with the heat. He had the receipts too, right? So we talking about decades long of leadership. This is what we saying. This is why people bucking. So this is why the Democrats got a big problem on their hands, because they have, think about it now, y'all. We gotta, this is why history is important, right? Because they fought. The Democrats wanted us to be a part of them. They wanted Black people. This is literally a part of the history. We do not come from, our ancestors was with the Republicans, right? We don't got time for a history lesson right now, but anybody who want to debate that and talk about it, let's do that in the comments, right? All right, so hey, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. So check it out. So we sitting here, we listening to these citizens speak, and he's breaking down decades long worth of problems. That inner city shooting, that's not just going on in Chicago with unsolved cases where it feel like even when the community does participate and help the police, a lot of times these charges and these cases not sticking the way they should, which don't make no sense, right? So this is not just a Chicago problem. This is a black city problem. And it just so happened that these cities are run by Democrats. So
Thank you very much for your comments.
Hey, look, this last one, this sister came up here, she came with some heat.
Our next speaker is Jessica Jackson.
I'm gonna let her cook all the way through, then we'll break it down.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sure everybody knows about a movie, Scarface, right? It's a classic, Al Pacino, right? Everybody knows about that movie. And we focus on the famous lines in that movie. You know, the acting and the hello to my little friend and all that. But it's the beginning of that movie that matters. When those words are coming up on that screen, that's what matters. And those words say, in May of 1980, Fidel Castro opened the harbor at Muriel, Cuba, with the apparent intention of letting some of his people join their relatives in the United States. Within 72 hours, 3,000 U.S. boats were headed for Cuba. It soon became evident that Castro was forcing the boat owners to carry back with them not only their relatives, but the dregs of his jails. Of that 125,000 refugees that landed in Florida, an estimated 25,000 had criminal records. That's what's up. That's what has happened in the United States right now. All this asylum seeking lie, all this about refugees, no. What's happening is they're emptying out the dregs of their jails into the United States, into our communities. They're junking up our country. And yeah, we feel some kind of way about it because it's our country. It's our country. People like Vasquez and them, look how disrespectful they are. Now, you just gave that man a resolution for his father's restaurant. And every time we get up and talk, he's working this room. Look at him. Look at him. But he wants his resolution for his father to be respected. Vasquez, Lopez, all them want their people to be respected, but they can't even give us the dignity for what we built for them. Ain't no question about it. Yeah, Black History Month, the American descendants of slavery. And I want you to know, Brandon Johnson, I understand what Breakmore's saying about we still on the plantation, but what you're looking at right now, this is what a free Negro look like. And I'm telling you, we're going to get our city back. We're going to stand for our people. We're going to get them out of our communities because they don't deserve to be there. Anytime they can't give us 3 lousy minutes of their attention while we sit here and watch y'all get them all kind of money, you watch us. We black out here, and we're going to handle our business. You watch that. I'm a free black woman.
Hey. So look here. That's why I just wanted to let her rock so y'all can hear it straight up, because she hit a couple points that we gonna break down real quick before we get out of here. All right. So the first thing, she talked about Scarface. Okay, so for those of you who remember the movie, think about it. And a lot of times within movies, they hide certain truths, right? It's entertainment to them. But this is why history is important. So in that movie, it shows a major migration, right? So this migration, this is where Scarface, this is where he was from, talking about Castro, people fleeing, and they saying they were sending their prisoners, they poor, the people they cast as lower within their society, right? So then they come here, they do what they do. Scarface, the rest of the movie, drug, murder, the whole nine. So she's referencing that right off the dump to let it know there's already a precedent for this type of thing happening in America. Okay. So she started off there. Then she goes and breaks down, okay, look at what's going on right now with the migrant crisis. You got Black people in this community that are in despair, who could have been using the resources that are given away to migrants that are coming, and they're being aided in coming over here, right? It don't matter what race you are. That's going to cause a problem when you know there's things that you are looking for from your government that you fund with your tax dollars. You see what I'm saying? So she's speaking to that. She's also speaking to other individuals in here from a different racial background within the city in business structure, who are getting loans, who are being able to do business properly within the government for their community. And they're saying it's a disconnect and a lack of respect that's coming from that other side. They're literally speaking to them within the meeting, right? But once again, it's just some elders in here. It don't look like it's we saw one young brother, but the background, it should be deep. But this ain't to condemn them, because this is going on in all our cities. We can't. This is why we speaking to this, right? Because this really is a problem, right? So then she steady breaking down. She say this is our country, right? And this is a problem right now we got going on. It don't matter our ideology as Black people, right? It doesn't matter what your ideology is right now, where you live or where your elders live, people of your, because typically our families are from some of the same places, and a lot of this same stuff is going on, and we're not affecting the politics in our areas the way we should. We are all guilty of this. It ain't just one person. We don't need no more leader, like supreme leader type shit. We just need to do our thing. So this is the message, right? But the whole purpose in all of this was to show you, not just show these elders respect, but to show you this is a major Black city within America run by the Democrats, who has major problems, and they all in. Now look at these other Democrat-led cities, like you got your Atlantas and other places, right? What they got going on. They tied in with the migrants crazy. All the money going to them. New York City, out there in California, is going crazy. Like, what's really the end goal here? And this is why for the campaign year, we're going to be tapped in and locked in on these topics, because we want to break it down from a autonomous perspective. So, hey, look, please like this video. Even if you disagree, listen, we're not sensitive. In the comments, leave us your opinion, right? Leave us your opinion. We need to have these conversations. I would say keep it respectful, but I know most people just not going to do that. Just be prepared to handle whatever you dish out, because we true about this. We got good intentions and really want to get the news out to the people. So tap in, man. Leave us some drop some info on us. If we wrong, hit us with the sources. Let's talk about it. All right. But there's just another example. News coming from the Autonomous Party. This your boy Monte. Y'all keep it positive. Keep it pushing. I'm out of here. Peace.